I'm Sam Whelan. I specialise in rope and rousseau, and I'm in second year at NICA. I've been doing silks for like 8 years, and I've dabbled with rope a little bit, but I thought if I do more rope, I can later on transfer some rope skills to silk and like mix them all up and try and get a different perspective. I started off with Circus monoxide. It was like they did like an apprenticeship where they like took me in, they taught me how to train and how to do circus to begin with. And then after a while, I sort of broke away and went over to the UK. And I performed with a few small circuses around there and hit up the nightclub scene and just got out into the world a little bit, stretched my wings. And then I came back to Australia because my visa ran out after 2 years. I was like, oh, I'll just give NICA a go. You know, like, why not? Auditioned, got into the Cert 4 program, which was like the best year of my life. And then I got into the Bachelor the next year, and here I am. Oh, it was just something completely different to what I'm used to. Like, I've always been training, but I know it was just like a real family environment. We got along with everyone. It's just like real structured training, and there was like no stress. It was just, and I know we all just bonded and worked together. It was a real big group. Most of us rolled into the Bachelors, and so yeah, we still have this great big family that we're traveling with.
Yes, bring your hips up more, yep. Hand, there you go. Extend your feet up and back. Yeah, it's just, that's fine. It's just your shoulders really close down. You gotta really push it open here, and you can lift you can keep your arm by your ear and like really lift your chest here.
Yeah, I just do like a lot of core work. Like, I do like lots of like dead arm climbs, tempos. I do lots of like tempo beats just to get like the lift in the air. We do lots of like drills where I like rotate, so try to get like spin. Like you gotta have that upper body, like be able to pull yourself around. And I think a fundamental is not having a fear of like, you know, falling, because a lot of the stuff I'm doing lately is like release stuff. So I'm throwing myself off, letting go completely, and then trying to recatch. And so I've just got to like not be afraid to fall and trust in my ability to land and catch myself. And I've always been really good at like catching and landing. Like I'm pretty clumsy on the ground. So, but yeah, we did drills into like the foam pit where we'd like, you know, swing up, drop, land on my back. So all that kind of stuff helped really build up that confidence. So I'm usually wiped out by the end of the class, and that's like a really good moment to like train like sometimes the harder skills, just so I can know like are we halfway through a routine and I can like put this skill in there and know that if I'm fatigued I can still achieve that skill.
Yeah, you're not straight. I've got a video to prove it. Your hips are coming up too high.
I think my head whipped in that one as well.
That's vertical there.
Yeah.
That's the first error.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to meet it with that one.
And it's just not going well.
When it's too late to straighten out.
Yeah. Aaron's great. We do lots of work where like, you know, he films my skills, and you know, we just break it all down, really try and get to the fundamentals of the movements. And I find that's really helpful. Because a lot of the time, if you're up there and you're just like, oh, move your left leg, I'll like get them mixed up or something. So if I can visually see it on like an iPad.
No, that was Sam's idea, but it can be really useful. It's like the foot with the sock on, use that one, it's your right foot. Yeah. Or wear different coloured socks, that helps too.
I've always loved spinning. I spin on rope, I spin on silks, I spin on trapeze, I spin on lyra. Like, I've always loved spinning. It's like my second natural state. Yeah, and so I was like, I'll give rousseau a go. It's, I've always needed a ground-based skill, because being in the air is really convenient unless you're in a venue with no aerial points. Doing silks and aerials for so many years, I hadn't had to learn something from scratch in a long time. And so it was like a really big, like steep learning curve with rousseau. The first like 4 months was just learning how to spin and lots of falling off. But learning curve, once you learn how to like get a continuous spin going or a waltz, it just goes straight up. Like you learn so many skills so much faster.
Yes. Now faster.
I think it was the very first time I realized I was actually good at something in the world. To be honest, like, I've always just like, I came straight out of high school, I was like, oh yeah, I'm all right with childcare and stuff, but no, circus and aerials, it was just like, it's just meant to be, like we just, yeah.
Better. Feet back. Arch, arch, arch. Okay, it's much better. Yeah, yeah. And you didn't step across much at all. Yeah. Just enough to get you around.
Hey, progress.
Yeah.